just temporary.
Wow.
Yes. That lasted for a while, for a few months, and then they said they were going to do, I had to send in all kinds of information. How much money I was making, expenses, and they would take that and give it to the underwriters. Well, the underwriters kept my information for over 60 days. In fact, last Saturday, around this same time, I got a call from Wells Fargo telling me that the underwriters decided not to give me a modification.
Wells Fargo!
I did everything they asked me to do. Everything. Turned in everything they asked me to do. Now I'm substitute teaching. I have a job. They could work with me, and I can afford my mortgage. I've been in my condo for 11 years, and this just isn't right. So they have decided not to work with me. So I'm here making sure that there's awareness to what Wells Fargo and other banks are doing. They got bailout money.
Yeah.
$1 of bailout money.
Yeah.
But I don't qualify. Who qualifies for the bailout money?
Apparently not taxpayers.
Yes. As I said, been in my home 11 years, and now I had to do a refinance and got in some trouble, and they're not willing to help me.
Shame! 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 Shame!
Well, just a few weeks ago, I knew this is from Wells Fargo. When I came home, there was this yellow pamphlet-like sticker on my garage, and when I went around later, there was one on my front door. And it said that this property is vacant, and if anybody wanted to buy it, they could call this number. Well, naturally, I was really, really upset. Well, a neighbor came by my home a little bit later and told me there was a man just walking around my condo taking pictures and tried to get him to say that it was vacant. And he knew that it wasn't. So he definitely put the stickers on my property anyway. But the kicker is the stickers say Bank of America on them. I call the Bank of America number and I tell them what happened and they don't know anything about it. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, that happened to you. I know you're really upset, but since you don't have a loan with us, we can't help you.
But they can just foreclose on you.
Oh, yes, seems like anybody can foreclose on you, but none of them can help you. So this is where I am right now. I'm in limbo, and I'm out with you, and so we can bring awareness to what Wells Fargo and other banks are constantly doing over and over.
Occupy foreclosure!
Yeah!
We love you. Thank you.
So if you look to your left, this is St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick chased the snakes out of Ireland, and we are going to be chasing the predators out of St. Louis. To hear a little more about just what kind of a scofflaw Wells Fargo is Lenny Jones from the Service Employees Union. He's going to talk about some more of their tax breaks, which is a theme about the banks and the big corporations getting bailed out. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
So I'm going to run down some numbers because we know we have a lot of cheating corporations out there, right? And a lot of cheating banks. Well, guess what? This is number one. Wells Fargo is the #1 tax cheat in the country. Get these numbers. So, over the last 3 years, they've made a profit of $49.3 billion. $49.3 billion. How much did they pay in taxes? Zero. Not only that, but they got $17.96 billion in tax breaks over that same time period. Is that right? No, that's not right. You have stories like this here that Patricia just told us that are happening over and over and over to families, to communities throughout this country who are just getting screwed by Wells Fargo. We need to stop that. Am I right? Yeah! We need to stop that. We need to stop it right now. So, one of the other things that's noteworthy is tomorrow is Wells Fargo's 160th birthday. 160 years of screwing people. So, there are going to be celebrations throughout the country on Monday. We chose our celebration here today because we had all of Occupy the Midwest here to join us. But when you go home to your home communities, look for an action on Monday where people are going by Wells Fargo locations. Many of them are in your states and delivering, cupcakes, cakes, whatever it needs to be to get that message across nationally that what they're doing is wrong and it needs to stop. A couple of other numbers for you. Wells, I'm probably going to have somebody else speak about their predatory lending because it is terrible, but over that same time period as well, Wells Fargo has slashed over 6,000 jobs. So we've got an example of a corporation that is screwing the taxpayers, making billions of dollars for themselves, and they screw their own workers. That ain't right. That's why we need to shut down Wells Fargo and make them put money back into our communities, send a very clear message to other banks and other corporations. This kind of behavior has got to stop. Yeah. So, I see the snake coming up to the megaphone. The snake might have something to say. On behalf of reptilian creatures like the predatory lenders across the country.
Don't drop it. Don't drop it.
Hey, first of all, I'm not a monster. I built this country, and I provide you jobs, and look how big I am. I'm almost like too big to fail. Provide me with cash to consume. I need you. So, if you're nice to me and helpful, then I'll provide you with low-paying jobs, and you have a guarantee that you'll work for a day or two or whenever we feel appropriate. So, please help us convince people that we're not a monster. Wells Fargo is good for America. Isn't it? In a minute, we might have a chance to chase some of the snakes out of the city. Before that, there might be some. I know people want to get to the parade too. There's lots of folks from different cities. Is there anyone who wants to talk about your work against the snaky banks in your town? All right.
Down in Wichita, Kansas, on Halloween evening. Down in Kansas, in the city of Wichita, on Halloween evening, we had a zombie crawl. We dressed up